Restored Republic via a GCR. Update as of Thursday, October 14, 2021. Compiled Thursday, 14th of October, 2021, 12:01 a.m. EDT by Judy Byington, MSW, LCSW, therapist, journalist, author. 22 Faces, Inside the Extraordinary Life of Jenny Hill and Her 22 Multiple Personalities. The storm is upon us, John F. Kennedy. Breaking, the main question is, did you trust the plan? Yes. We did it. We told you. Just trust the plan. The last month is here. Our time has come. Everything we said earlier will start to happen in the next 24 hours. John F. Kennedy Jr. God created the United States, but remember, He also created the world. The world, like the United States, is broken and needs to be fixed. God is going to fix it. On His terms. On His schedule. Donald Trump. Judy note, the following was from a recent U.S. Treasury email to a paymaster. There was no indication that things have changed. On Friday, 15th of October, funds were expected to be released for the global currency reset. At that same time, NISR/GCR was expected to be announced, while the general public should be able to exchange foreign currency at the new international rates. Marks on Wednesday evening, 13th of October, we are still waiting for Wednesday night or Thursday, 14th of October. It's a moment-to-moment in Reno. Everybody is ramped up waiting for their turn to exchange. Contractors in Iraq were expecting to be paid on Friday, 15th of October. 12th of October, the big call, Bruce, the big call. Net http://www.thebigcall.net 712-770-4016 pin 123456 #. The reset could go anytime after a WED. 13th of October on Tuesday. 12th of October there were meetings between the banks, representatives of the U.S. Treasury and facilitators of the new QFS system. The QFS was fully operational. 4 countries were still needing to link to the Starlink satellite system. The storm is upon us. A great red wave started on Monday 11th of October and ends Thursday, 11th of November, done in 30 days. Soon a Trump Twitter should be activated, the most awaited tweet in history posted, Trump 17,000 tweet. A lot of events will happen within those 30 days, market crash/blackouts/revelations/military takeover/final lockdown/mass arrests. The most epic 30 days of our lives. The very end of the movie will be 11/11, when finally everyone will be unified. All criminals exposed and arrested. Stay calm, trust the plan, enjoy the show. You'll love how this movie ends. Trump plus Q, the Great Awakening. B. Headlines of note for Wednesday 13th of October: Leaked documents reveal the Biden administration's mass release of illegal immigrants into the U.S. The Gospel of Q, Kel, the Q source, also Q document, Q Gospel, Q sayings Gospel, or Q from German, Kel, meaning source, is a hypothetical written collection of primarily Jesus sayings, logia. See Restored Republic possible upcoming events: sometime between now and Saturday 16th of October. Martial law would be initiated in Canada and Australia and then go across the globe. Between Thursday, October 14th and November 14th there was a window of Restored Republic activities. Source connected to POTUS and Rodriguez Trust. Something big was coming sometime from October 13th to 15th. Will it be the 3 days of darkness blackout starting? The red wave right in the middle of Red October. Source, Trump plus Q Great Awakening. Sunday 17th of October, in 2013 the U.S. Treasury said cash may run out on October 17th. Source, Whiplash 347. Wednesday 20th of October, hunters become the hunted, beginning of the 3-day event and 7 presidential announcements. Source, Whiplash 347. Saturday 23rd of October, Days of Darkness begin. Source, Whiplash 347. Saturday October 23 to Thurs. November 11th was scheduled events. Source, Q. Thursday 11th of November, cabal default on their control of the global monetary system. D. White hats in control: If white hats would not be in control, the deep state, cabal under Biden would have removed executive orders. Trump and white hats are letting the pyramid implode from the inside out, breaking the structure to collapse the entire matrix. Slowly but surely, the house of cabal cards is falling down. IO 13818, blocking the property of persons involved in serious human rights abuse or corruption. IO 13848, imposing certain sanctions in the event of foreign interference in a United States election. IO 13959, addressing the threat from securities investments that finance communist Chinese military companies. Read the below and become one of the few who were truly awake. John F. Kennedy, the one who was assassinated in 1963, never died from the gunshot. He finally died of natural causes 2 years ago. He was Q all along. He knew how to splinter the CIA into 1,000 pieces and scatter them into the wind. His famous quote. Trump always knew who that old man, the veteran, was. Michael Jackson, the great singer, was never killed. The white hats hid him. He is now going to expose Hollywood. I joined his Telegram account. Marilyn Monroe, the freeway lady who died recently, was a famous actress. Patriots worldwide saw her Twitter posts of her putting up banners on a freeway bridge in Chicago. She did them in the snowstorms, rains. She brought so much to our cause. John F. Kennedy Jr. was confirmed as the new vice president to Trump, as a replacement to the now executed Mike Pence. He was to be murdered in 1998 in a fake plane crash near Martha's Vineyard. But that was a military operation to save him from being murdered by the Clinton clan. JFK Jr. and Hillary Clinton were both running for the Senate seat from New York. That was supposed to be the time when the Q operation began to kick into gear. Recently, Q has been JFK Jr. now. All the big operations are conducted by a 34-year-old genius, Ezra Cohen Watnick. He has respect from everyone, including Trump. Kayleigh McEnany was the last White House press secretary and the granddaughter of John and Jacqueline Kennedy, the daughter of JFK Jr. and Jacqueline Bassett Kennedy, our second lady. Elvis Presley is still alive too. He is now a pastor in the Southern Church. I think he is still being protected for now. Princess Diana is also alive. The White Hats saved her from the assassination attempt. I joined her Telegram account. If you look carefully, she is always sitting in Marine One or Air Force One, traveling with President Trump. When Trump walked away from those vehicles, you can see her in them. The other Telegram accounts I joined are Snowden, McAfee and Romana Digiulo. There is a lot to read. F. Food, gas, goods shortages crisis: gas crisis, up to 7 UK energy suppliers could go bust this week. iNews report, as many as 7 energy firms supplying hundreds of thousands of customers could reportedly be about to collapse this week, due to the surging price of wholesale gas. 12 suppliers have gone bust since the start of this year, 9 of them in the last month since the cost of gas skyrocketed. At least 4 firms were in talks with Ofgem, the energy regulator, on Tuesday about a possible handover of accounts. Sky News. Apple to cut 10mm iPhone 13 from Christmas production as chip suppliers struggle. As manufacturers struggle to supply Apple with chips, the big tech telecoms giant may slash production of its brand new iPhone by 10mm according to Bloomberg, which led to a 1.2% drop in Apple share value on Tuesday. It was expected that 90mm iPhone 13s would be produced in time for Christmas, but the chip supply crisis has also hit Macs and iPads after Broadcom and Texas Instruments' issues. A senior WH official warned that there will be things that people can't get. At the same time, a lot of these goods are hopefully substitutable by other things. I don't think there's any real reason to be panicked. It is unclear if they had actually experienced Apple shoppers. Walmart, FedEx, UPS to go 24/7 to address supply bottlenecks. Major goods carriers Walmart, FedEx and UPS will move to working 24 hours a day, 7 days a week in order to address the global supply chain bottlenecks, the White House announced on Wednesday. The White House announced the update ahead of President Biden's meeting with stakeholders, including Walmart CEO John Furner, FedEx Logistics CEO Udo Lang and UPS President of U.S. Operations Nando Cesarone, to discuss collective efforts to address global transportation supply chain bottlenecks on Wednesday. The supply chain is essentially in the hands of the private sector, so we need the private sector to step up to help solve these problems. 3 of the largest goods carriers in the country, Walmart, FedEx and UPS, will make commitments towards moving to 24/7, working during off-peak hours, a senior administration official said. AP, natural gas in the United States has climbed to its highest price since 2014 and is up roughly 90% over the last year. Telegram goes down for approximately 40 minutes, according to monitoring service Down Detector. Google has also reportedly been experiencing problems with its service as well. President Joe Biden: Joe Biden could become embroiled in the FBI's probe into Hunter's finances, experts say. Emails reveal they shared bank accounts, paid each other's bills, and the president may even have funded his son's 2018 drug and prostitution binge. Emails from Hunter Biden's abandoned laptop, obtained by DailyMail.com, revealed Joe and Hunter shared bank accounts and paid each other's bills. The claim raises serious questions about whether funds from the joint accounts were used for Hunter's May 2018 week-long bender with a prostitute. Last December, Hunter admitted in a public statement that he was under federal investigation over his tax affairs. A former federal prosecutor tells DailyMail.com that if money was flowing between Hunter and his father, that could make Joe a target of the probe. The FBI and IRS probe is reportedly also looking into Hunter's foreign business relationships and the potential for money laundering charges. Durham investigation: Ratcliffe says 1,000 intel documents given to Durham support more charges. Ratcliffe's recent statement seems to confirm that many declassified documents were not released to the public because they were needed for Durham's investigation. Ratcliffe says 1,000 intel documents given to Durham support more charges. Saimi, Kash Patel predicts Durham will expose Clinton crimes. The Real News for Wednesday 13th of October. Between October 18th and October 29th, feds, for 11 days, to deploy non-toxic gas in NYC subways and test of biological weapons. Is China preparing for war? The best-selling film in China, commissioned by the CCP, portrays the United States as an enemy of the state. Only fucking idiots voted for Trump. Former Dominion Security and Product Strategy Director Eric Coomer admits under oath that Dominion executives share his far-left beliefs. It has been discovered that Dominion's Eric Coomer has a tattoo on his arm made by an artist listed #1 by the Church of Satan. Telegram users in several countries report application failures, website unavailability. Record figures in Biden's America. 4.3 million Americans quit their jobs in August. The chief national security official is concerned about an even more terrible digital danger, namely cyber attacks that can literally take lives. The second Facebook whistleblower, Sophie Zhang, said she was ready to testify in Congress and that she had shared documents with an American legal agency. 2 employees of Georgia's electoral system were fired after allegedly destroying hundreds of voter registration applications. The corrupt Department of Justice and the FBI arrest any of the tens of thousands of Trump supporters standing hundreds of meters from the U.S. Capitol. Psaki stated that Biden wants to make fundamental changes in the country's economy. Pentagon's first software chief quit because China has already won global tech war. 1,000 intel documents given to Durham support more charges. Former National Intelligence Director John Ratcliffe. Cargo crisis, shipping giant Maersk diverts ships from backlogged UK ports. Further disruption to supply chains. The U.S. government expects this winter's heating bills to increase by as much as 54% compared to last year. Joe Biden could become embroiled in the FBI's probe into Hunter's finances, experts say. Emails reveal they shared bank accounts, paid each other's bills. Top American doctor on Dr. Fauci, I think he should step down. You cannot be a public health official distrusted by half of American public. Biden polls and approval ratings at all-time low, as mass media begins reporting. Say goodbye to iPhones. Q phones are already developed and manufactured in Germany, United Kingdom with final software upgrade in the United States. This smartphone is 3-dimensional and of the highest quality. IT will become one of the main tools for direct credit and expenditures in daily life for consumer retail and business commerce domestically and internationally. This is a $500 billion manufacturing operation in 3 countries. Cost may increase as 7 billion Q phones will be dispersed to all people on Earth. The QFS will create its own internet that will work off its trinary code and perhaps a G8 network for SATCOM. History, Whiplash 347, ladies and gentlemen, the storm is upon U.S. In 1975 Gough Whitlam signed the Lima Agreement. He sold Australia to the United Nations, but wait, Australia and Pfizer are listed on the NYSE. Donald J. Trump's Executive Order 13818 has seized the NYSE. Therefore by default he is the owner of Australia. Chapter 11, City of London, Vatican and Washington D.C. are bankrupted, filed and actioned. The Act of England 1871 has been reversed. The Secondary Judiciary Act 1869 is no longer. This also overturns the Balfour Declaration of 1917. Now we wait Justice Thomas to open a can of Wu Pass, 1776, style. The whole world goes to 1776 in law. The whole world goes to a level playing field, think revaluation of all currencies. The whole world goes to 1950s prices, 1955 the chosen year. Post-crash. The 3 most important executive orders of our lifetimes, 13,818, 13,848, 13,959. Think crimes against humanity, foreign election interference globally, think Chinese military companies, Think Evergrande. Q Cheshire 1776 on preparedness: Going to start on some preparedness guidance. I'll try to keep it simple and for most people just starting out plan for a 30-day period. There's 1,000 lists online, but I'll relay my thoughts and break it down into categories. Sustainment, water filter. I've recommended the Sawyer brand as it's good for 100k gallons with proper use, portable, inexpensive and works well. Any filter of that type rated for 0.03 micron or better is sufficient. If you want a great option for the house and regular use, Big Berkey is hard to beat but pretty pricey. Water is everywhere. A quality filter allows you to use it whether stuck at home or on the move, and large quantities of water is heavy. Non-perishable food. For home, just buying extra canned goods of stuff you already eat is simple and easy to do. Also, instant mix stuff like mashed potatoes, pastas, etc. can be combined with canned meats, etc. For simple meals. People joke about buying lots of MREs. They have a place, but I recommend saving for being on the move. They're full of calories and preservatives and can cause stomach discomfort/constipation if you're not used to them. Think about foods that you can store without power and cook easily or eat straight out of the packaging. For on the go, protein bars, Cliff bars, etc. or simple stuff like peanut butter. Way to cook food. Small butane or propane stoves work well. Most of your gas grills have a burner eye as well. Keep an extra tank on hand just for emergencies. Health/hygiene, baby wipes. Military has used them forever and they have many uses. A quick baby wipe bath can boost morale and take care of day-to-day grime. Trash bags. If trash isn't running, it's got to go somewhere. Large, construction-type bags can hold a lot and can also be used for multiple things, even covering windows, etc. Medications. Anything you take regularly, be sure to have an additional 30-day supply if you can. Also, over-the-counter meds for common ailments and a good multivitamin can help with ensuring you're meeting your body's need of food intake has changed. First aid kit. Doesn't have to be a full-on trauma kit. Just have the basics for minor injury, wound cleaning/care, etc. Having the best of medical equipment doesn't do much good if you're not trained on it. On that note, most people could benefit from an EMT basic class or wilderness first responder course. Hand sanitizer. Best to wash hands, but if water is scarce it beats nothing. Can also be used to clean small cuts, etc. As well as be used for fire starter. Electricity/lighting, generator. Good to have if you have freezers or oxygen machine, anything critical. They range in sizes, average is 2000 watts to 5000 watts. Have to determine your power needs and buy accordingly. I like the inverter type as they're much quieter and more efficient, but also more expensive. Fuel for generators, saws, vehicles, etc. Use quality cans with ethanol-free gas and fuel stabilizer. This stores well for about a year. You can get by with regular gas and non-stabilized, but rotate, pour in vehicle and use it, fill can with new, every 2 to 3 months. Flashlights. LED is best. Very efficient and bright. Be sure to have enough batteries for every device you plan to use. Rechargeable batteries are great if you're running a generator and can charge them up. Lithium batteries are great for high-drain devices and store better. Solar battery bank can be had for about $20 on Amazon. They don't do a great job charging in real time from the sun, but work well as a battery bank to keep phones charged or other USB devices. Some flashlights charge with USB as well. Extension cords. You'll want generator outside somewhere, so make sure you can get the power from it to the items you're powering. Get good quality, heavier gauge cords and splitters. Communication, battery powered /solar /crank radio. Something you can use without power. Good for listening across the waves for info, especially AM stations.